Okay, so I have an explanation to make. One, why this is so late, and why it's just a ranking. I've been meaning to do this ranking at some point anyway, because I finished all these movies, all 5 of them. But here's the thing. Originally, I was going to review a movie, Universal Soldier: The Return, was going to be the review for today. But then I watched something that I'm doing for a short-lived review on Friday. I'm still going to record a review, but I think I'll set it to be put up for next weekend and just do 2 movies for the end of the week to kind of finish it off. But anyway, because I put something planned for this weekend. But anyway, so I decided that I'm going to rank all 5 of the Universal Studios movies that Van Damme did back in the 90s. All his 5 picture deal with Universal. All 5 movies ranked. I already reviewed them, but I'm going to rank them right here, right now. Starting out with number 5. Now, I know that technically number 5 should be the worst, but I think all 5 of these are actually pretty good. But number 5 at the bottom of the list is The Quest. Now, The Quest is just a big budget remake of Bloodsport, basically. But I think Bloodsport is better. It's set in the 1920s. For me, that brings it down a little bit, although I do love some period pieces, to be honest. But it works for what it's going. Roger Moore is in it. He was Bond. That's pretty cool to have him in there. But the villain is not as, big as the one in Bloodsport. I don't see it as a big villain. And, I like Jack McGee and I like Roger Moore, but I like the big, hairy guy and the woman. And the female in this doesn't amount to anything. You think she's going to be the love interest, but she isn't. She's just sort of there and then gone, and then she's the one who wrote the story. So, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. But it's not a bad movie. None of these are bad movies. Number 4 is Hard Target. Now, I was debating between this and my number 3, which one was worse, but I gotta go with this one because I don't hate John Woo. I mean, Face Off's one of my favorite movies, but this one just, I think I can enjoy Sudden Death better than this. It's the most deadly game or whatever it is, and that story just doesn't thrill me much. That's all it is, really. With Van Damme and a little more to it. It kind of flips it around, but I like it, and Van Damme has a mullet. Lance Henriksen is the villain. Was supposed to be the main focus, but Van Damme came along and he took over. But it's a fine movie, nice action flick to put on and just turn your brain off. It's fine. Next, number 3 is Sudden Death, which I think is a little bit better than that. Van Damme is trying to rescue his daughter, although I do think that the way she is taken is a little contrived. Like, she just so happens to be there, and it's like, okay, I'm taking you. And it's like, well, that's the reason why he has to do this then. If, or she has to be taken, but it's just so inconsequential, because she just so happens to see this woman say, I am taking you, and she just so happens to be the daughter of the main character, and it's all just kind of meh. But I do like how Van Damme actually plays hockey in this, dressed as a penguin or whatever. But it's fun. It's a fun movie. It's Die Hard in an ice hockey rink, and I love Die Hard, so it's pretty good. Top 2. And I bet you're wondering why this next one, my number 2, I'm going to show you my number 2 and be like, why isn't that at the bottom? Because it's the worst movie. I don't hate this movie. Number 2 is Street Fighter. All you haters out there, alright? This is not a bad movie. Alright? It's not a good Street Fighter adaptation, but it's not a bad movie. I love the goofiness of this movie, right? I love it. I love Van Damme's speech that he does, but we can now go home. So who wants to go home? But I'm not going to go home. I'm going to kick that son of a bitch Bison's ass so hard that the next Bison wannabe is going to fit it. Now who wants to go home? Who wants to go with me? I love that speech. And even, Bison's speech. For you, the day General Bison entered your life will haunt you forever. For me, it was a Tuesday. Fantastic. And the fact that Raul Julia was damn near on his deathbed when he did that movie is fantastic. Yes, Van Damme is probably the most coked out of all these Universal movies, to be honest, but it's fantastic. And I can't stand the hate. It's a fantastic film. It's not bad. Okay? It's a so bad it's good movie, and it's entertaining as hell. Alright? Stop bashing it. But number one, you know what number one is? It's obvious. Number one is Time Cop. Absolutely my favorite Van Damme movie of these five. Might be my favorite Van Damme movie overall. Who knows? But I love this movie. And the story with this is I just found this at I wasn't even a big Van Damme fan at the time, but I just saw this at at Family Video. I needed one more to get the 5 for $5 deal, right? And I was like, I'll grab this. And it just sat on a shelf or in a cupboard for the longest time until one day I decided, I'll pop this on. And I'm glad I did. It's a fantastic film. I love time travel movies, so I don't know why I didn't want to watch this. But it's fantastic. Van Damme is probably the best out of all of these in it. He's probably not as coked out. He has the mullet like he does in Hard Target. Because I think Hard Target came out 98. No. 93, and this was 94. So it was around the same. They have the hair, although his hair is short in the 94 segments, and then it's longer in the... And it's a little bit shorter than the one in there. But, I like the villain, Macomb. His plan is probably better than any of the villains, even Bison's, And he of course, he wants to, what else? Take over the world. Of course! But the United States first, become the president, using time travel. It's fantastic. There's a TV series about it with a different character. That's a good show, even though it was only 9 seasons and 9 episodes, excuse me. Eventually I will talk about the show. But fantastic film. Love it every time I watch it. Number one. So there you go. That's my ranking of the 5 Universal Van Damme films here for Van Damme Week. Till then, what are your thoughts? What are your rank? I know y'all gonna put Street Fighter at the bottom because you think it's terrible, but I think it's a fantastic film. I showed it to my son this past weekend. He loved it. So, I don't know what y'all saying. He's a kid. He's gonna enjoy it. I saw this when I was younger. Not a kid per se. Teenager-ish. It was on TV. And I thought it was good. I think it's better now as an adult. I'm sorry. I do. But what are your thoughts? What is your ranking? Leave no comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.